Alright, welcome back to another Embrace Destiny video, everyone. Kaz PhD here in Destiny 2. We're on the farm. Now, many of you have probably seen a bunch of stuff both from the IGN videos and during the beta, but I wanted to point out a couple of little things about Destiny 2 that you may not know, and these are going to be story spoiler free. There's no spoilers here in terms of the story. But there might be a little bit in terms of mechanics. So if you're going in completely blind and want to explore, that's cool. Come back in a little while. But I really avoid spoilers here. So let's get into it. I'm not going to go too far into the farm because there's a bunch of stuff going on there that might ruin the experience for you. But the farm is really cool. It's a large social space that allows something like, what, 26 Guardians or something at a time. Which is really exciting because the tower only allowed, what was it, 12? That plus all the NPCs and the frames and everything lying around, it really feels occupied. And Bungie has said that they're actually going to expand and build on the... they're actually going to build on the farm later, which is really cool. So, besides running around collecting your gear and visiting Hawthorne and playing over in the soccer or football pitch, depending on what you call it, there are actually these little sentry patrol things that you can do. Now, I guess in terms of the story or the in-world explanation of this, you're kind of doing things to help out the farm, but really, it's just kind of a fun way to things. These color do these things, and it allows your character to move more freely, to jump higher, run faster, jump higher. Yeah, and it's just something interesting to do while you're waiting for your friends to pick the right shader or to manage inventory, and it's kind of neat. So only discovered oh, I'm gonna fall. Yeah, so far I've only discovered two different types: the running on the wires that you saw there, and there's this water wheel, I guess, if you help generate enough electricity for the farm. And then I go back way over here to the bench, having a nice little campfire, and do this little sentry patrol here, this little scouting patrol. Right there, and you can just start it. If you don't have it and you come to this area, if you don't have Sentry Ranks times 4, I'm not going to do it. You've got to discover something on your own. But yeah, I covered about the farm. If you know of any more tricks or anything like that, let's add a few more things. And kind of neat to feel like you're passing through it. Some other things that you may or may not know, you've heard of all the scanning, the ability to scan random objects and things in the different explorable worlds. Basically, if you did the Taken King expansion in Destiny, you added a lot of specific computer monitors, things like that. You can go scan them, and it would give you some information about the background of the hit or of whatever. And there's a lot in this game. I mean, just in the European Dead Zone, in the first space that you land in, I found, I don't know, close to 10 within very close distance. So it's really cool in the game, so I'm really happy about that. And something that's kind of interesting, but it's not exactly something you can do, Bungie is handling basically showing tribute to veteran players versus new players. So you probably knew that if you did a certain number of achievements in August before Destiny 2 came out, when you were able to keep its appearance, you were able to keep certain banners and emblems, things like that. What's really cool is that if you start the game up, there's been a couple of articles on this. When you start the game, it kind of tells you a history of things that you did in Destiny 1. It shows a little black and white drawing of different raids you've done, specific important missions. And it lists the fire team you were in when you completed them. So it was really see that history and kind of reminisce about the time I spent with friends. On top of that, though, game things that I thought were really neat. I have one who's played the game, but he did it so recently carry over, so I'm able to compare experiences. Things like when you first meet Shaq in the Homecoming mission, if you're a player who's gone all the way through the Rise of Iron campaign, he says, come over here, young. And it addresses the fact that you, by completing that campaign, you have an Iron Lord. Iron Lord lady? An Iron lady? Anyway, and then basically he says, come over here, Titan. Come over here, Warlock. Which is fine. Other parts, there's other missions where Ghost, if you're familiar with certain power, Ghost will he'll call on Eris Morn, or he'll say, oh, it's strange this way, we haven't seen that before. If you're a new player, then Ghost will say, these are the Fallen, they used to be called Elixni, and etc. Or in that other mission, we should talk to Ikora or Raid, because these are characters you met in the beginning of the game. So anyway, Destiny 2 is really fun, and they're starting to pack with a lot of interesting things. I'm really enjoying running and exploring, and just a little detail. Nice. I've been finding the large design changes in the story obviously been really immersive, so that Bungie is really trying to hear what their fan wants and putting it into the game. So stuff that's kind of spoiled below. Thank you very much. As I continue to play, I hope to share a bit more with you. So I'll see you all out there. Bye now.